Hi guys, I am going to talk about the app Sketches. I picked Sketches because after looking at the other apps, I kind of, as someone coming into digital art for the first time, the other ones kind of seemed a bit complicated for me, and I really didn't, and I didn't feel like I felt comfortable just creating anything in those apps. So maybe the more I create in Sketches, the more I can, step up and use those other apps down the line. So I'm going to see if this works. I'm on my iPad screen recorder and it has been shutting off. So this is about my 5th time recording this. So I might have to just hop back and forth just to make sure that it's recording still. So Sketches, it keeps kind of a little portfolio for you, so you can rename it, and you can kind of do multiple portfolios that you, kind of organize your work a little bit. Oops. So to create a new piece of art, you're going to press the plus button on the left corner, and you can press the tool option to pick a different size, pick different grains, like watercolor, cardboard, canvas, and at the bottom you can pick different colors. So I'm just going to do no grain and white for now. I'm just going to show you the different tool options. So the first one is the pencil tool. Along the right side, you can click these 2 slide bars, and this one on top is the opacity, and this one on the bottom is the size of the mark. So I'm just going to do full opacity and a little bit bigger. And here is what the pencil looks like. I kind of wanted to do black. Let's see. Oh. So down here you can pick different colors. I really had fun with this option. You can, if there's a color that you kind of want like a little darker or lighter, you can change it, and you can also add it to your color bank. So I'm just going to do black for now. So here's the pencil. Let me make sure we're still recording. Okay. The next option is the pen. So it's a little bit more smoother. The next is the felt tip marker. Oh. See, it switched colors because you can actually, if you go to the 3 dots, you can click the settings and close that. You can click the tools, remember color. So that tool remembered that the last color it used was this red. I kind of would like to turn that off just because if you're using the same color over and over again and different tools, it just kind of gets in the way. So here's the black. This one is the paint pen. Or sorry, no, it's a pen brush. So it also, the faster you go, the thicker it gets. So it's a little fun to play with. This one is the pastel. So it's just a little more grainy. This one is the acrylic. I really liked playing with this because it kind of gave the lines texture. What I kind of had a problem with when creating my masterpiece, I was kind of afraid of these solid lines that the other tools gave. So I liked just using the acrylic and then being able to kind of blend it with the smoother. Let me make sure we're still recording. Okay. The next one is the watercolor. Oh, that's a little big. So we can change the size of that. And it's just as if you were painting with a watercolor brush. What I really liked playing with was getting it pretty big and then just kind of dabbing the page, because each time is just a little different, and I just had a lot of fun with the different sizes and shapes and stuff that it made. The next one is a airbrush, and this was kind of interesting. I really actually liked the airbrush because for someone who's kind of not confident with drawing digitally, I liked that it wasn't so like definite like the lines. You know, you can kind of like work your way into the color and not so much have such a harsh color at first. The next one is the ink. So that's a little bit of a textured line. The next one is patterns. So you can have a few different values, but with Pro it actually gives a lot of different textures and patterns and stuff that you can kind of use to fill in shapes. Let me just make sure we're still recording. Okay. Below that you can get different fonts to use and also shapes that you can insert. The eraser is next, and so you can turn up the opacity all the way and you can just completely erase something, or you can turn it down lower and kind of create a little bit of a, like kind of correct some things or take away, you know, like a blending stump or something. Next, I really liked the that it gave the option for a smudger. I use a lot of pastels when I'm creating art, and I'm always smudging and blending and stuff, so this kind of helped me feel comfortable and kind of back to myself when I'm creating my masterpiece. So I really liked it. The next one is it's kind of a copy and paste tool. So you can just circle an area or make whatever shape you want, and it automatically copies it. You press the 3 dots on the top and the down arrow, and you can paste. So it just pasted that, and you can kind of make it bigger, make it smaller. If you decide you don't want it, you can check or press the X on the bottom and it'll disappear. One tool that I really liked, in my masterpiece I did a landscape, so I needed a straight line across the paper. So I used this ruler, and you just start drawing the line and it just guides your pen completely. So it was really helpful. Alright, we're still recording. Okay, so one option that you also can do is insert a photo. For the simple app options, you can't really do any layers, but I was able to try the Pro app for the Pro version for a little bit, and I was able to do some layers. So to insert a picture, let me just show that really quick. You press those 3 dots on top and then the down arrow again, and then photo, you can take a picture or go in your photo album or a file, and you can just click one that you want. So I uploaded this one that I took in Hawaii. When I was able to do the layers, I did the photo on one, and I turned the opacity down so that I can kind of use it as a guide, because I'm still really new at it. So I really, really liked that option. And then I kind of just worked up, it's a little blurry, some of this. So I really like Sketches just because it's for someone like me, who doesn't really have a lot of experience with digital media, and it just was really simple, and I'm really interested in working more with it and kind of progressing my skills, and then hopefully later on using some of the apps that we have talked about this week.